Just again, if we can have you just say and spell your name for us.
Yeah, it's Chisato Kimura, spelled Chisato, last name Kimura.
What year are you here?
I'm a second year at the law school.
Okay, so tell us where things stand right now.
Yeah, right now, as you can see behind me, there's a bunch of students who have come together. We're just holding a space in community with each other. A lot of folks are gathered to study, just hang out. There's some classes actually where professors have brought out their classes to just teach their classes in that space. And so we're, I think, just having a really lovely morning in solidarity with each other, recognizing what's continuing to happen in Gaza and continuing to recognize Yale's complicity in what's happening in Gaza and its refusal to do anything about it.
Have you heard anything from the university today?
From today? No, we haven't. Yesterday, the university put out a lot of statements that were completely mistaken. They had to issue a lot of corrections because of the misstatements that they were giving. And I mean, I think everyone at this point knows, but yesterday the response to peaceful protesters protesting and using their First Amendment rights on this campus was to arrest 50 students. And so I think that seems to be the university's response to these protests.
How long do you expect to be, I guess?
I don't know. I guess we're waiting for Yale to come to the table to disclose their investments. We, as community members of Yale, New Haven, have a right to know exactly what Yale is invested in. We put a lot of money into this institution, and so I think it's pretty common sense to say we want to know what Yale's invested in. Yale has refused to disclose their investments up until this point, so that's what we're waiting for. I think it's a pretty simple demand.
And can you just clarify? Did everyone sleep out last night? How many people were out?
I don't know the exact number, but I know there were quite a few people who did spend the night.
And did the university tell you not to do that? What was their sort of?
I'm not exactly sure.
Gotcha.
We did, there were quite a few people who spent the night, and there's even more people here today, which is really exciting to see.
Do you think that the offer still stands to be board trustees members, and is that something that you guys would take them up on?
I mean, I think our demands are pretty clear at this point. Divest, first disclose, and then divest, and then reinvest in the New Haven community.
If they did disclose, would you then go to the table?
I think we've made it pretty clear to them that if they did disclose, we would start considering meeting with them once they're ready to, negotiate in good faith. We're absolutely ready, and we've been ready for months to do that.
What are your thoughts on how everything went yesterday? I know it all happened peacefully when New Haven police asked you guys to please get out of the middle of the road. How do you feel about how all that went down?
I mean, I would say starting in the morning, Yale's response was not peaceful by any means. They ambushed those of us who were in the encampment at 6 in the morning. Many people were still sleeping when police showed up. And in response to peacefully protesting on our campus, they arrested students. So I don't know that I would necessarily
that
characterize.
one. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was great. There's so much energy. There's a lot of music, a lot of brilliant speakers, and so I think it was a lovely way for Yale and New Haven to come together to recognize what's happening in Palestine and really bring awareness to it, but also be in community with each other because we're one big community. We stand in solidarity with each other, and we stand in solidarity with Palestine.
What about, I guess, New Haven police asking you to leave and come back to campus? That's what I think.
Oh, I don't think that was really any consideration, at least for our actions. We had a bunch of events planned already on cross campus at 5:30, so we were planning to change locations anyways. And whatever way police want to spin that, they're more than welcome to do that. But we had been planning to move to cross campus just because that's where some religious ceremonies and prayers were being planned.
Was there any sort of negotiation with the police over? Because I know the mayor put out a statement about kind of moving people out of the way and right before rush hour traffic. Was that was there sort of like a negotiation between you and the police, or what? How would you describe
it? I'm not sure exactly what happened with the police. All I know is that the plan was always to move. That the plan was always to move back to cross campus because that's where some other events for the day were being planned.
My last question for you: is there any response to some of the statements that were made that members of the Jewish community who go to Yale feel unsafe, that they felt like that this at times crossed the line? Any response about that?
I mean, if members of the community are feeling unsafe, I think that it genuinely is something that obviously needs to be addressed, but also I would like to point out that this is a wide coalition of folks. We have a lot of Jewish folks here, Jews for Ceasefire, JPP, has all been part of the organizing effort, and various events, and so I think, I think we're highlighting that it's a long coalition of folks who've been here camping out, well and today. And at the end of the day, what we're going to do is bring attention to what's really happening in Gaza. I think it's important to continue emphasizing that professionals can benefit all the universities have an issue, and that's why we specifically in the university environments have a responsibility to continue speaking out, to continue highlighting American universities' role in the genocide. So that's what we're doing.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.